Okay, this is perhaps the most divisive one because I think they've done well. But if you were to go by social media, some of their fans not entirely happy. But then they can't be also. It's Harsha, you can't make. I feel that RCB fans are a very vocal lot. They're a loyal lot, but they're a vocal lot as well.
They're not afraid of finding a voice because it's all around them. But I think sometimes when you look at the way teams are constructed, you must put emotion aside because you don't build teams on emotion. If you had to build teams on emotion, you'd never get the balance right. So let's put the emotion aside, of which a lot exists in Bangalore, and let's see how they're structured. Because I'll tell you what Joy said is absolutely true. At the end of an auction, everybody thinks they've got a good side because there's that many good players around. So what do you want from RCB? You want flamboyant batting. You want big hitting to be able to win matches at home. Look how many options they've got for big hitting. Virat Kohli is a fine player. Rajat Patidar is a fine player. They've got Liam Livingston. They've got Tim David. They've packed their side with enough big hitters. If you actually want to do that, you can play a Romario Shepherd as well. They've got Jitesh Sharma, and they're batting fairly deep. So they've packed it from that point of view. Do you want bowlers? They've given themselves Josh Hazelwood, Yash Dayal, options with Nuwan Tushara, Lungi Ngidi. They've got this very exciting new player from England, 21, 22 years old, called Jacob Bethel.
Yeah.
And you can see why, because the think tank is very English there. There's lots of options there. So all you RCB fans, don't start thinking about what the team is going to be just yet. Look at it rationally. Make 3 or 4 different 11s, and you'll find that it's still pretty balanced. And then if you see what happens when you put in the impact sub, it'll be all right. It's how you finally what you do with the team that'll matter.
Let's see the 12. We have 12 made for them. Let's see what that looks like. There's a lot of big hitters there. As I said, Tim David, Liam Livingston, Phil Salt. Are you going to fit all of them in? Well, then you can only put Josh Hazelwood there. You can't put any of the other bowlers. Do you need them? You have Yash Dayal, you have Bhuvi, you have the spin of Suyash Sharma, Rasikdar, good pace. You're getting overs out of Liam Livingston as well. So, yeah, this looks like a handy 11.
This looks like a handy 11. But take this 11 going to play in a place which is spin friendly. So basically, the moment you go there, you have Suyash Sharma.
Yeah.
And basically, you have Liam Livingston, who will just stroll his.
Kunal.
Kunal Pandya. Yeah, Kunal will give you a little bit. Kunal is not a big spinner of the ball, but yeah, he will definitely. But Kunal is a kind of spinner who bowls under all conditions. I mean, he's less a spinner, more of a slow bowler who uses the conditions.
I mean, he's the only spinner I know who can bowl a bouncer.
One aspect though, Joy. Sorry to interrupt. This one aspect, though, look with the internet thing, this will keep happening. We'll probably speak over us a little bit. Look at the top 6. Most grounds in India, as the tournament progresses, you play on a side pitch. One boundary is always bigger or smaller than the other, and that's why you want left and right, so that there's always somebody hitting to the shorter boundary. In this team, it's an all right-hander batting team. So at some point, they'll have to search for a left-hander to put in there. The only one they have is Krunal Pandya. He's been around for a long time. But ideally, in your top 7, you want 2 or 3 left-handers so that you've always got someone hitting to a shorter side, if that is there, or to ensure that the opposition cannot get into a rhythm. So the only thing I see about this team is that it's a very right-hand dominated team, but it's got the big hitters. They don't have to worry about a finisher like CSK do. There's loads of finishers. One of the finishers was sitting on the auction table picking other finishers. So it's
good point. Dinesh Karthik we're talking about.
Yeah, absolutely. No, I think Bethel also is, I think he's going to get a chance, especially in traveling. I think they really rate him. He bowls as well, left arm spin. So I think he'll get a chance. I think they've got a decent team. They've got a very decent team. Again, weaknesses, I think the spin is a weakness. Right-handers, I think it's a very fair position, because if you look at every team that's been playing in this thing, how much they do right-left combinations. Yeah. And sometimes we think it's overrated, but it's just to take advantage of field conditions.
They always seem to, through the years, the kind of narrative around RCB is that they factually as well, they stack their batting. It almost seems like they need to bat everybody out of the game. So they always stacked with batters, as they are even right now. But they're bowling, right? We've always wondered, does bowling have the correct balance? Does it have the correct ammunition? They have a few streaks here and there, but overall as a bowling unit. So your call on the bowling unit in itself?
Look, it's better than it was last year. It's always been improving slightly. Look, I think Bhuvi makes a huge difference because if you get what they've realized is you can't defend in the Chinnaswamy.
Yeah.
You need wickets. If you want wickets up front, Bhuvi is perhaps one of the finest exponents of trying to get wickets up front. So I think that's what they're trying to say, that, okay, let's try and get wickets. That's the only way we can restrict on a ground like this.
Yeah.
And I think that works. So I think it's an upgrade, but is it the best bowling attack you have around? No.
For you, Harsha?
I'd like to see whether Bhuvi is today's player or whether he's starting to show glimpses of being yesterday's player. Because it can be very unforgiving, that stadium, if you're yesterday's player. So let's look at this from that point of view. They've got Josh Hazlewood. They've got Bhuvi. So let's scrutinize that bowling lineup a little bit because I think Joy might be onto something here. Rasikdar Dar Salam will probably end up being a key bowler for them. Very highly rated. Not the quickest, but about 135. Has got change of pace. So they'll have to start looking at their Yash Dayal. They rate very highly. So I think Yash Dayal, Josh Hazlewood, Bhuvneshwar Kumar, Rasikdar Dar Salam. They'll have to pick 3 out of those and then try and just hope it comes good. But spin, Joy, it is looking a little thin with spin.